Well, good Monday. I'm Chris Fote. This is Monday Morning Jolt. This is going to be a different kind of edition this morning. I am interviewing Shirona. So, Shirona, tell us about you. Tell us about your business.
Well, my primary business is log pipe. Log pipe is a technology business, but it does not, we don't fix computers, we don't design websites, we make them better, like that BASF commercial.
Oh, yes.
So we focus on the productivity and then the interactive media and how to get traffic to our customers and how systems can work with each other, and if they are doing a large project that requires a deployment. Sometimes when you say deployment, people think that it's like military,
right?
But it's not military. It's like when you do something, you had to find out, is this what you want? Or then you have to find out, are you capable of using these tools? Do you have enough workforce to implement that solution? So if you get something like, if you say like, I'm going to run a social media campaign, do you have the people to do it? Do you have the qualified people to like run it? Do they need training? And then after you design that, do you have the manuals and the training and the expertise to work with these tools? So that's what we do at LogPipe, not just fix computers or...
So you make everything better.
Exactly. Hopefully BASF will not sue us or something.
Now, I must say, this is Monday Morning Jolt, but you know that. And you know the purpose of Monday Morning Jolt.
Yes.
It's really to get businesses to know other businesses and do business together, and also to give them tips on how to improve their business and kick off their work week. So, how do you start your Mondays?
Well, to me, Monday is the greatest day of the week, period. Because Fridays people usually slow down, and then Saturdays we take some time, and Sunday we don't do much. To me, Monday is the first day of the week that I actually start making money or something, because it's a good thing, and I cannot be negative or bad about that, so I have to push hard on Monday to get it started good.
So how do you do that?
Well, one of the things I do is like I look at the Monday Morning Jolt and see like, okay, this is great, now we have a new person. Here, one more person is telling us how great the things are. And then I tend to not look at the news, because news tends to be
bum you out?
Yeah, like always negative. What I try to find out is like, who has won today? A sports team or something like that, and I try to celebrate that. Like, for example, if I have a team that I support, like, like if Liverpool plays soccer, I try to see if Liverpool has won the game or whatnot. I try to associate myself with
something positive.
Winning, something positive. So I would always go to the sports and see who has won, because in sports somebody has to win.
Right.
So, I mean, you don't always have to lose, like in news or something, a catastrophe or something like that. I try not to pay any attention to those things on Monday.
So you know a lot of people that have started a business. You've helped a lot of people that have started a business. What is one piece of advice you would give somebody starting a business today?
Well, the biggest advice that I can give, which is, I believe, is my biggest strength, is pay attention to details. Sometimes something very small can make a big difference. Sometimes something that you might think like, oh no, it's not a big deal, I'll take care of it later. That can grow and kill you. Or something that you have to do, like one thing, like like for example, if you advertise your business and you don't have the website address on your business card, or like nobody knows how to find your business, right? That's a big thing. But this is just one mistake, that you just don't have the website. Or like you could have, like I have worked with a customer, they had everything on their business card, but they had the wrong address on the website, of the website. So then people are going to go and say like, hey, this is not there. So pay attention to like little bitty details, and then try to find how you can differentiate yourself. And one of my family adages, which I know you're going to ask later, but I'll tell you now, is like you are always the solution, never the victim. So when you approach something, look at it from a business perspective or whatever the perspective, like how is this going to be a solution?
Right.
Not like, oh my God, you know, like I'm really in a bad shape.
So if you were writing the books, you know, they did a whole series of don't sweat the small stuff. You would write sweat the small stuff because it could turn into big stuff.
Well, it has a two different meaning, but you cannot like dwell on things.
Right.
But then again, you cannot miss out minor details.
Right.
Sometimes
that can turn into something
huge. Like,
right.
For example, like if you don't answer the phone calls within 24 hours. I mean, we are living in a very fast-paced thing. Now everybody expects.
Be responsive.
Yeah, and then now if you don't answer the phone call, they will email you, and then if that doesn't work, they will text you. So that's when we are in a fast-paced. So I'm not saying like, you know, like if you have something happen, like don't cry and like worry about it, but you know, move on. But at the same time, you can do something, and then like, you know, you can't just say like, oh, it's a minor detail, like let's forget about it and then move on or something.
Now, you talked about an adage. You just told us something that was something you lived by. Is there something that would sum up, though, exactly what your philosophy is in business and in life? Well, and you put a lot of quotes on Facebook that are very good, but you know, one thing that would really drive you, something that you always go back to, almost like somebody's mission statement or something like that.
Well, my mission is like, I don't believe like happiness comes from the ego. I think the happiness comes from serving others. So I am always like result oriented. So what I'm saying is like, if I do something for Chris, what kind of impact would it make? Or if I do something for somebody that I have never met, what kind of impact does it make? So, because I truly believe in like your happiness comes from serving others. So most of the things that I'm doing is based on like what impact can I make in somebody and what kind of result would it produce. Now that doesn't mean like giving a handout or something and saying like, you know, hey, here's $10, you know, go buy lunch or something.
Right.
But a sustainable model where like that person needs a little, you know, like picker up or something.
Right. It's a whole paying it forward kind of
thing. Because like when I was growing up, my parents used to be pretty well off, but one of the family values that we had was like, if you don't share your riches with the poor, they will share the poverty with you.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
So that's one of the quotes that I posted.
Now, we always ask this question, as you know, about superpower. If you could select any superpower, a made-up one or an existing one, a traditional one, which one would it be?
Absolutely nothing.
Really?
Yes.
Nothing. You don't want a superpower. Don't give me a superpower.
Because what I believe is, what I always believe is like sometimes people say like everything that I say is in a song, right? Because because the great quotes somehow make it into songs. Right. So one of the things that I say is like, you know, like give me equal rights and justice. I don't want like benefits, right? So when I look at like the superpower or something, the way I look at it is like, hey, I don't want anything special. Just give me equal ground to compete, right?
That's good.
So then I'll make something out of it. Because sometimes when you have like something like that, you know, like it comes with benefits, but it also comes with burdens too. So then you have to deal with both sides. So I would rather have like, you know, hey, I have what I have. Let's make something out of it.
Okay, and tell us something. I know you must have a secret that people don't know about you. What is something that would surprise people that know you well?
Well, a lot of people don't understand because they sometimes see me as the guy who's smiling and then oh, he's easygoing, he's an island person and that kind of stuff. Sometimes this is a show because I do get very angry. I get very competitive.
I know you do.
I am very, very sometimes like diva-like, right? Because I say like, this is what I want, this is how it's gonna get done, that's how it'll work. So
you should have seen him setting up this show.
Yeah,
No, I just
so it's not like just behind that smile.
Right.
Sometimes, you know, I'm not
that easygoing.
And then sometimes what people don't understand is like when I'm result oriented or when I'm working on a project or something, I have been accused that I don't care about people's feelings. It's just like my objective.
You're driven. That's all. You just want to get here.
From here to there.
And the bodies are strewn all over.
And they say like I have a headache or something like that. I usually don't care. I say like let's move on. Unless
take an aspirin. Let's go.
Yeah, related to me or something like that. I am like, hey, my knee is hurting too. So that thing, you know, like I don't really.
You like. Well, it's not that you lack empathy. It's just that you have a goal in mind, and you know what? You're not going to rest. Yeah. You don't want anybody else to rest until you get there.
So what I'm saying is like, if I'm suffering, you're suffering too. There's no compassion.
Okay. Now, I don't know if that would surprise you, but I'm not sure. It may or may not. Yeah. I want to thank you. This was fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun talking to you and getting to know more about you.
Well, I sometimes do have this, what someone would call a rage or something, and I've tried to cool down with music, right? What I will do is I'll walk away. I will not project that on somebody and yell at somebody or something like that. I have my own anger.
Coping. You've got your coping
thing. I'll play some reggae music or something, and I will sing and drive so that it doesn't affect somebody else. Because I think it's bad when you have your issues and you're trying to project it on somebody and, oh, I'll just walk to the park.
Okay, so how do people get a hold of you if they need your services?
Well, my name is pretty unique, so if you type my name, you are sure going to find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or whatever. And then you can also go to the website, which is www.logpipe.com. Okay. And then you can call me at 260-744-9999. That's my business address. And
so if anybody wants to be interviewed on this program, get in touch with Shirona.
Yeah, and then do leave a voice message, and I try to return the call within 24 hours.
And if you want to make anything better, call Shirona.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Thanks, it was fun.